Hello, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is June Smith, but I go by Juno.
Okay. I'll be asking you a few questions about your software development internship at Kilts. So, could you please tell me a bit about your internship?
This summer, I was able to work with the student software development team. Essentially, they are a labor department on campus, we're a college campus. They are a workplace that upgrade, maintain, but also create career colleges interfaces. I mainly worked with COUTS Link. COUTS stands for Center for Excellence in Learning Through Service. Then they also have the LSF uh, application, which stands for Labor Static Form. This summer, I was mainly working with front-end development. I was working with redesigning and also running a usability study. The work environment that we had at this student software development team was an agile work environment, meaning that we had daily stand-up meetings, but also we, you know, talked to one another, had open communication about the things we needed help on, and we helped each other out. We also had sprint planning where we were doing 2-week sprint intervals.
Okay. Please describe the most important technical thing you learned during your internship and why it was important.
I think the most important technical skill that I gained was understanding the correlation between HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Essentially, that was used for front-end development. Are like the bones or the structure that gets placed onto the empty web page. So it's like the content essentially. CSS is how you present it and how you style it. It's how you show it to the user. Um, then JavaScript essentially is or contains the functions or the bodily functions of the um, buttons or things that you created on the website. Then we also have the GitHub terminal that we use. We use Figma for all of the redesigning. We used Visual Studio as the main base um, where we wrote it from.
Okay. What is the most important non-technical thing you've learned during your internship?
I think the most non-technical skill that I learned in my internship is perseverance. I think that looking at my progress from week one to week eight is significantly different. Week one, I was flying solo, um, working on a project that ended up taking 5 weeks to complete with a partner. The problem was normalizing flashes, toast, and custom validity tags. Um, I was very uncomfortable because I haven't worked with such a large code base, and seeing how I progressed and got more comfortable throughout, you know, the weeks was was really just showing me how much perseverance that I have. And yeah,
Explain what you feel most proud of that you've accomplished during your internship and why you're proud of this accomplishment.
I think the one thing that, as I mentioned before, working on the problem that ended up lasting 5 weeks, normalizing flashes, toast, and custom validity tags on the entire Celts interface, uh, going through all the different code files and things of that nature. Also, I think another great one is my usability study. I was able to test the website that the entire team had implemented changes on, and I was able to do a task-based user study where the interviewees would do a cognitive walkthrough of the website as they are completing the tasks. And they were also able to fill out a follow-up survey to provide additional feedback. The usability study ended up providing me, but also the student development team with more information for the next sprint planning, which is happening right now in the fall. Yeah, I'll probably say those two.
Okay. What were the design goals you were aiming to achieve with the student service transcript?
So the student service transcript was another project that I worked on. Essentially, the task was to create a more professional and aesthetically pleasing resume-like student service transcript. You can kind of see design iteration one, which was in this. section right here. And then we had different design processes from design one, design two, and design three. The one thing that we also wanted to change was the total amount of hours that the design contains, um, because that is the main part about the entire like student service transcript. It's to highlight the hours the student or the volunteer has worked. And we ended up placing that to the top, keeping the same structure with how it was in the original design. And yeah.
Okay. How have you used what you've learned in your internship in your classes or in your career?
So for the future, I'm hoping to be a UX UI designer. And I was able to learn a lot more about design skills. And I'm planning to take another advanced design course next semester. And I'm also planning on, you know, doing my capstone with the student software development team on work, reworking some of the other applications on their workflow and design.
Okay, thank you. Those were all my questions for you.
Thank you.